The ghost that lived. John Wick, secretly alive and recovering in a remote Mongolian monastery, lives a quiet existence under the protection of the Bowery King. His body bears the cost of past battles, but his spirit remains restless. Despite faking his death in Paris, rumors swirl that Baba Yaga still breathes. Word reaches the criminal underworld that John's story isn't over, and neither is the bloodshed. Shadows of the Table. An elite secret council called the Crimson Tribunal emerges, an ancient order even older than the High Table. Believing the table too weak after the events in Paris, the tribunal seeks to reclaim global control through fear and extermination. They begin eliminating dissidents and remnants of the old order. Their top enforcer, Irina Vostok, is tasked with confirming John Wick's survival. Blood mark reopened. Irina possesses a blood oath marker that John once offered during a covert mission in Chechnya. She activates it, forcing John back into the world he tried to leave. Refusal means death, by tradition and by the tribunal's hand. This oath binds John to assist her in executing 3 High Table defectors, but he questions if this mission is part of something darker. Return to the underground. John journeys to Berlin, where the Bowery King's expanded network operates beneath the city's ruins. Here, he uncovers the tribunal's true motives, obliterating every trace of the High Table's former loyalty and seizing the assassin world through sheer brutality. John realizes Irina's orders are bait. She's using him to eliminate the last remaining power players. The Continental reclaimed. Back in New York, the Continental has been rebuilt under Akira Shizu, daughter of Koji. Though wary of John, Akira agrees to help after learning the tribunal has killed her allies in Osaka and Paris. She offers sanctuary for now. John prepares to gather information from the few safe harbors left. A war reignited. Winston, long thought safe, has been captured by the tribunal. He's being held as a symbol of the old regime's failure and is set to be executed in Prague. The message is clear: loyalty to the old ways will be punished. Rescuing Winston would be an act of open war, but John cannot abandon the man who gave him his freedom. Break the chains. John, Akira, and a squad of rogue assassins assault the tribunal's Prague fortress. The action is tight, brutal, and claustrophobic, reminiscent of John's days in the Ruska Roma. After a devastating fight, they rescue Winston, but not without injury. John suffers another wound, a reminder that his body is running out of time. Legacy of the Table. Winston, recuperating, reveals classified intel about the tribunal's master plan: abolish the High Table, then reshape global assassination law into an even crueler system. The plan includes mass purges and forced oaths from every major faction. Winston pleads with John: end this before the entire underworld burns. Blood and Bond. John tracks Irina to Budapest, where she executes a final target. He confronts her, demanding release from the marker. She refuses and justifies her mission by claiming John abandoned everyone who believed in him. Their fight is vicious and evenly matched, ending in a painful draw. Irina retreats, still loyal to the tribunal, but shaken by John's words. The price of peace. John seeks out Kane, now retired in Thailand with his daughter. Kane lives a quiet life and initially refuses to help, but he gives John a crucial lead. The tribunal is gathering for a summit in Lisbon to finalize their dominion. Kane warns John: if he goes, he may not come back. The Rising Blades. With Winston's contacts and the Bowery King's resources, John assembles a resistance. Ex-Continental managers, former assassins, and outlawed killers with nothing to lose. The goal is to crash the Lisbon summit and destroy the tribunal's leadership in one calculated strike. John knows this is his last war. Fire in Lisbon. The assault on Lisbon is a thunderous explosion of bullets, blades, and betrayals. Inside a fortified palace, John takes down multiple elite guards while Irina defends the tribunal's head. John defeats her again, but this time, he spares her. Tired of vengeance, he offers her a choice: join the rebellion or vanish. She walks away. Traitor's coin. In the aftermath of the assault, a familiar figure reveals herself. Gianna D'Antonio, presumed dead since John killed her in Rome. She faked her death and manipulated the tribunal to rise from the shadows. Now, with the remaining elders gone, she intends to take the throne and rule the underworld alone. Rome burns again. Gianna retreats to Rome, where she retakes her ancestral seat of power. She issues a global bounty, $100 million for John Wick, dead or alive. The world's most elite killers converge. Mexico, Japan, Egypt, Morocco, all hunting one man. For John, Rome becomes a death maze of assassins and memories. The last Continental. Wounded and hunted, John seeks sanctuary in the last untouched Continental, hidden in the Himalayas. There, a retired assassin-turned-monk reveals the original edict, an ancient right to challenge a would-be ruler in a duel to the death. It is the last sacred law left in the assassin world. Duel of the Edict. John invokes the edict, forcing Gianna to accept a formal blood duel. Refusal would strip her of all legitimacy. The challenge is accepted, and the location is set. The frozen summit of an ancient assassin shrine, guarded by ancient traditions and deadly traps. No way out. As the duel draws near, waves of assassins attempt to kill John en route. In a nearly wordless 15-minute action sequence, John eliminates dozens in snowy silence using a mix of stealth, bow, sword, and close-quarters combat. The Bowery King and Akira assist remotely via supply drops and distractions. The Duel of Thrones. Atop the icy shrine, Gianna and John face off in a ceremonial duel. Ancient weapons only. The battle is methodical, elegant, and brutal. Gianna proves deadly, but John's resolve proves stronger. He fatally wounds her in the final blow, whispering this ends now as she falls. Wick no more. The death of Gianna collapses the tribunal's hierarchy. With no central power, factions dissolve, and the assassin world splinters. John is offered ultimate authority, but he refuses. Instead, he burns the last marker and walks away, limping into the mountains. His fate is left uncertain, his name still whispered in fear. The legend ends, or begins. Years later, Akira now oversees the New York Continental. One quiet night, a child appears at the doorstep, a coin in hand, a scar on their neck, and a familiar dog beside them. Akira looks at the child and smiles knowingly. The world may have lost John Wick, but the legend lives on.